If you've ever cared for someone with dementia, you know that feeling, don't you? One minute you're seeing this incredible physical ability, and the next, just profound confusion. It's a puzzle that can be absolutely baffling, and today we're going to try and put some of those pieces together. It's the question that families ask themselves all the time. How can the person who can't remember my name figure out how to unlock a door that's supposed to be secure? It feels like it makes no sense, but what if I told you it actually does? So first up, we're going to tackle why these behaviors aren't really a contradiction at all. In fact, they give us a perfect window into how the brain is trying to cope with dementia. This is really a story of instinct versus logic. The truth is, these actions aren't about someone being difficult. It's not a personality flaw. It's biology. It's neuroscience. And just getting that, really understanding that shift, is the first huge step toward changing how we care for them. So, okay, how do we make sense of it all? Well, the key is to think about it like this. We all basically have two very different brains operating at the same time. On one hand, you've got your thinking brain. This is the part responsible for all the complex stuff. Logic, language, remembering what you had for breakfast. And dementia, it weakens this part first. But then there's the primitive brain. This part is ancient, it's fast, and it cares about one thing: survival. And you know what? It stays incredibly powerful. Now, to make this super easy to remember, let's use a metaphor. Let's call the logical thinking brain our librarian. Quiet, organized, thoughtful. And the instinctive primitive brain, that's our lion. Powerful, protective, and reactive. And this right here is the heart of it all. As dementia progresses, the librarian is getting tired. It's getting confused. It's losing its grip. But the lion? The lion is wide awake, totally alert, and ready to take charge in a split second. So what happens when the lion is in the driver's seat? Well, this is when we start to see those behaviors that are so confusing, but in a way also really impressive. See, the lion brain is still incredibly capable. It can move with speed and a real sense of purpose. It can scan a room and spot all the exits instantly. It can navigate around furniture. It can even climb. These are hardwired survival skills, and they don't need logic to work. But here's the flip side. The lion can explain itself. It can't tell you why it's on the move. It doesn't process risk logically. It can't hold on to new information, and it definitely can't stay calm when it feels threatened or stressed out. And that's the disconnect, isn't it? You see the action, the lion moves, it makes an escape, but the librarian, the part of the brain that could provide the story, the narration for why it's all happening, it's offline. So this is absolutely crucial to understand. What often looks like defiance is really just instinct. The lion isn't thinking, I'm going to make things difficult. It's just reacting. It feels a threat, maybe a loud noise, an unfamiliar face, and its only job is to get to safety. All right, let's apply this lion brain idea to one of the toughest behaviors for caregivers to handle: wandering. It all builds on this same concept. The primitive brain runs on something called emotional memory. It doesn't store facts like, I live here now. Nope. Instead, it stores these incredibly deep, powerful feelings of safety, of love, of belonging. And those feelings are usually tied to places from long, long ago. So, let's say the sun goes down. The shadows get long, and the house starts to feel a little unfamiliar. A whisper starts up in the lion brain. It doesn't recognize this place as safe. And the feeling is one of deep unease. We don't belong here. And that feeling of unease, it triggers a primal command, A mission that is driven by the most powerful instinct we have: find home, find safety. This isn't a logical plan. It's an emotional quest, leading back to a childhood bedroom or the memory of a parent's arms. So you see, it's not a conscious choice. It's pure biology. The survival brain has grabbed the steering wheel, and it's navigating by feeling, not by a map of today's reality. Understanding all this is powerful, for sure, but it leads to the obvious next question. What can we actually do about it? How can we start working with the lion brain instead of fighting against it all the time? The guiding principle is actually really simple, but it's profound. When the lion feels stressed or threatened or confused, its instinct is to run. But when the lion feels safe, secure, and understood, it can relax, it can rest. Our entire goal shifts to creating that sense of safety. So here's our safety toolkit. And each of these isn't just a nice thing to do. It is a direct message to the lion brain. A soft tone of voice, a predictable daily rhythm, familiar music playing, a gentle touch on the arm, they all send the exact same signal. You are safe. You can rest now. You know, if there's only one thing you take away from our time together, I hope it's this. That person you love, they are not trying to escape from you. They're trying to get to something. They're following an ancient map in their mind, searching for that fundamental feeling of safety. And that leaves us with a totally new mission, doesn't it? Instead of asking, how can I stop them from leaving? We can start asking a much better question. How can I create such a powerful feeling of safety and belonging and love right here, right now, so that the lion inside them finally feels like it's come home?